Hello, so we are looking at parts of speech, and here we're looking at verbs. This is taken from the grammar handbook in our 10th grade unit. So we know what a verb is. We've learned that a verb is about actions. A verb can express an action, a condition, or a state of being. Okay? There are different types of verbs. We have action verbs, linking verbs, auxiliary verbs, transitive verbs, and intransitive verbs. Sounds like a lot, but when you start looking at examples, it'll make more sense to you. So, first of all, an action verb. An action verb tells what the subject does or did, physically or mentally. He ran. She reaches. They listened. I consider. He decides. They dreamed. So some of those are physical actions and some of them are mental. Obviously, considering and deciding and dreaming are mental actions. So we have physical and mental actions. Obviously, those are called action verbs. Now we have linking verbs. And a linking verb, you know what a link is, like a link in a chain. A linking verb connects the subject to something that identifies or describes the subject. And these are popular, common linking verbs. The verb to be, am, is, are, is commonly a linking verb. And the past tense of to be, was, and were. Okay, so these are all the verb to be, which is used as a linking verb. So if you said, I was listening. So listening is the verb and was is the linking verb here. I was listening. Then we also have sound, taste, appear, feel, become, remain, seem. For example, the campsite appeared tiny beside the grand mountain. So appeared is linked back to campsite. If I said we were happy to see the sign for Big Sky Country. We were happy. We were happy. So the were links it back. Now we have what's called auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary. Strange word. So auxiliary verbs, an auxiliary verb precedes, comes before the main verb in a verb phrase. So again, you know a phrase means a group of words. So if there's a verb phrase, the auxiliary verb comes before the main verb. Let's look at the examples. So common auxiliary verbs include be, have, do, can, could, will, would, may, and might. For example, if you said, and remember be is the verb to be, if you said, our muscles will be sore from chopping wood. So the main verb here actually is be and the auxiliary is will. Will be. Small scraps of bark are crackling in the fire. Crackling is your main verb. Are is your auxiliary verb. So when you have verb phrases, that first verb is likely the auxiliary verb. And the list here, be, have, do, can, could, will, would, may, might. Okay, the next type of verb is called the transitive. And then notice the last one is intransitive, which would be the opposite. So transitive and then intransitive. So a transitive verb directs the action towards someone or something. Okay, so a transitive verb directs it towards someone. But an intransitive does not direct the action towards someone. There's no object. Like, where is it going? So let's look at some examples so that makes sense to you. Transitive and intransitive. Okay, so if I look at these two sentences, Mom broke the plate. Okay, Mom broke what? The plate. But if I say the plate broke my foot? No, the plate broke. What? The action isn't going anywhere. The plate broke. Okay, the kid failed. The kid failed what? The kid failed the class. But here there's no direction for the verb, so that's called intransitive. Here the verb is referring to the plate. That's where the broke, what broke? The plate. Okay, transitive and intransitive. So let's look at those again. Our verb types. We have action verb, linking verb, auxiliary verb, transitive verb, and intransitive verb.